This morning, the Calgary Police Service currently investigating a suspicious death. Just after 1 a.m., February 9th, police were called to an address in the 1500 block of 28th Avenue Southwest for reports of an unwanted guest. A man was found from the patrol officer suffering from some serious injuries and was transported by Calgary EMS to the hospital in life-threatening condition. Once at the hospital, that person did succumb to his injuries. This male that was succumbed to his injuries is believed to be in his 40s. So one person is presently in custody, and he is a male in his 40s. And an autopsy looks like it's going to be scheduled for tomorrow. We don't have a time for it yet. As it's protocol in these undetermined cases and suspicious death, the Homicide Unit is engaged and will be taking primary. Anyone with information, of course, this and any other crime, if they could contact the Calgary Police Service or through Crime Stoppers. So, any questions, guys?
How did these two people know each other?
We haven't figured that part out. That's still new, and we're hoping through the investigation that that'll come to fruition, what the relationship was.
So unwanted guest, somebody who was already in the residence and was asked to leave and wouldn't, or was making a lot of noise and just wouldn't leave the area?
Well, the original call was the unwanted guest part through a 911 call. So now that we have the file going, we have to backtrack through that investigation and find out what exactly did happen. And it's still too early and too fresh to say exactly what the details of that are.
Does the victim and the man in custody know each other?
There is some type of relationship between the two. We don't know what that relationship is.
Can you say what kind of injuries the victim sustained?
No, we're not going to release that. And of course, we have to have the autopsy first, right?
So the person who made the call is in custody?
Well, we don't have that yet. We know we did have the 911 call from the house, right? The person that was taken into custody was at the house, and we haven't figured out through the investigation yet or proven through the investigation who and what person that was that did make the 911 call.
And who is the deceased? Is that he didn't live there, correct?
I don't have that for you. That's still too early.
What sort of transitional housing residence was this?
I don't know, sir.
Did the victim have a permanent address?
Don't know.
What were they, was this were these people been drinking? Is this?
Of course, that's still too early, right? As the autopsy, they'll be pulling all that medical information from the victim, and that'll be released on a further date. We don't have that.
But the person who was taken into custody, inebriated?
Don't have that for you.
Have you ever been answered a call at that particular address in the past?
I don't have the stats on that house or that location.
Did next of kin been notified?
That's through our homicide unit, and that'll be taken care of through the investigators.
So when this person called 911, what was the nature of the distress or complaint or whatever? What was the problem when they say it was the phone?
Well, the nature of the call was the 911 call that we had, and then it was just the concern for an unwanted guest. Now, the rest of those details will come out through the investigation, right? And as the homicide unit progresses with it.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of stupid. This is some kind of transitional housing unit? Who lives there?
I don't know. Calgarians?
Pardon me?
Calgarians? I haven't confirmed if this is a transitional housing area.
You don't seem to know very much about this, do you?
Well, I apologize to you.
Just maybe to give a more general answer, what would be a typical unwanted guest call?
A typical unwanted guest call. You come over to my house, and we have an argument, and I say, it's time for you to leave my house, and you refuse. And that's when the police get called, and they come over and ensure the safety of everybody in the house and have you taken out of the house.
Would it be fair to assume that was the case?
Sorry?
Would it be fair to assume that the victim was a guest of this resident?
Well, that's the one thing about these files. We can't assume anything, right? This is up to the homicide investigators to prove or disprove any or all involvement and the facts of the case.
Did neighbors hear anything about this or about the confrontation at all?
I don't know, sir.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm coming in on this late. I'm kind of stupid, but who's the dead guy? The guy who showed up or the guy who lived there?
Well, that will have to be through the investigation. We don't have that for you yet, right? So these things do take time, right? Now we have to prove who the 911 caller was, right? Who the victim is, and who the person we have in custody is. And those things do take time for us to sort out.